dawn to dusk, the picturesque landscape of Idanre dazzles with epic drones of natural fascination and terrific bellows of aerial sensation. From the barricades of weird hills to the bases of smoky vegetation, nature's architecture refreshes residents and renews the allures of this historic town. But on Friday, January 15, 2016, nature's beauty got a major boost as the illustrious Akintan Family Lit Idanre up in colors and class with the Carnival-like funeral of their Matriarch Chief Mrs. Margaret Durosomo Akintan. It was a funeral with several spectacles of bliss and beauty, pomp and passion, carriage and charisma, all tempered by the enticing delivery of the Lagos-based songstress Ayo Balogun, who held the audience spellbound with eclectic lyrical flourish. The regal reception which took place at the sports ground of Olofi Anglican Grammar School, Odo Idanre, was preceded by equally gratifying events of outstanding tributes to the late Margaret Durosomo Akintan. It began with a public lecture, a robust intellectual engagement on Wednesday, January 13, 2016, at the hall of the St. Paul's Anglican Church, Odo Idanre, entitled Chief Mrs. Durosomo Akintan and Idanre Development's Agenda, Time and Space of an Amazon. The lecture was an analytical introspection on the development of Idanre through the development of its youths and the values of education. Presided over by the Chief Judge of Ondo State, Justice Olasende Kumuyi, the lecture was delivered by the respected scholar and public affairs commentator, Professor Ni Akin-Aso. A cerebral teacher and prolific columnist, Akin-Aso's presentation was sufficiently illustrative of Mama's values and the community's valor in promoting vibrant education. Engaging and intriguing, the lecture drew to a close on an interactive note. The Passion next day was essentially rhythmic and apparently lyrical, incorporating sermon, speeches and salutations as community folks, icons and charismatic guests gathered at the Akintan's family house for a wake-keep service. It was a service of exalting songs and exciting testimonies as Mama's exemplary life was celebrated in words and in songs.
This world is not my home, I'm just passing through.
The presiding priest, Venerable Joseph Adefila, challenged the audience to live a worthy life and leave behind a legacy. The Thanksgiving session was brief but seasoned with swift dances and deft swings. While the squaws regaled in dancing sprees, multitudes milled around the fabulous foyer where the remains of late Chief Mrs. Durosomo Akintan was laid in state. Gorgeous in life, glamorous in death, Mama Durosomo lay still in the glistering white casket, drawing rich harvest of eulogies and elegies from family, friends and neighbors who kept recalling in requiems Mama's heroic lifetime. The evening was brimming with live beats from the bandstands of Shola Star Band and Rotimi Akilamila-led Onwara Cultural Group. In soft songs and sound serenades, squaws paid tributes to Mama's widower, High Chief Agbola Akintan, the Ojomu of Idanre land. Fervent renditions crooned from the cathedral on Friday, January 15, 2016, as distinguished Nigerians from all walks of life gravitated towards St. Paul's Anglican Church, Odo Idanre, for the funeral service. It was a service of grace and glamour. Guests cruised in, disembarked from sweet automobiles and careened into the caressing performances of Anglican choristers. Soon the church was filled to capacity. There were series of choral presentations which were largely lyrical accolades in honor of the Ojomo Agbola Akintan family, a famous family easily set apart by success, service and integrity. This was also accentuated in the brilliant homily by Michael Majoyegbe Ikmemoye, retired Bishop of Akure Diocese of the Anglican Communion. Clergymen offered prayers for the entire family of the deceased. More praises, more dancers, more prancers, and indeed more catwalks in the cathedral as colorful family and friends showcased high-octane fashion sense. This became more evident during the Thanksgiving as everyone danced with style and swayed with demureness. Resounding blasts of recessional heat brought the service to a close as everyone filed out of the church. Soon after, her body was committed to Mother Earth at the cemetery. The Bell's funeral home, led by their chief executive, Dr. Babatokwe Ajiboye, was a good example. At every stage of the burial, they were simply superb in their handling of Mama's remains, as the casket was stylishly lowered into the vault. Born on April 3, 1932, Chief Mrs. Durosomo lived an enviable life full of values, valor and vapors of influence. Married to a frontline businessman and community leader, Samuel Agbola Akintan, or Jomo of Idanre Kingdom, Mama was a qualified nurse and accomplished health worker. She worked in Idanre in the dispensary, maternity home and general hospital before joining her husband in London. In recognition of her numerous contributions to society, she was bestowed with many chieftaincy titles and significant awards. She is the Yeye Ogede and Iyalo de Yeye Abiye of Idanre land. She passed on November 11, 2015. Her passage to glory has sparked a flurry of celebrations, which climaxed with a festival of styles, sights and sounds at the fabulous funeral banquet at the fascinating premises of Olofi Anglican Grammar School. High society guests strutted to the richly decorated marquee, where Queen Ayo Balogun welcomed all with reverberating beats and ricocheting echoes that soon cast an enthralling stare in the hilly city of Idanre. The magnetic pull of the euphonious music drew upscale guests, family and friends to the dance floor as everyone competed for space, praise and positive appraisals on the canvas. It couldn't have been otherwise. Mama Durosomo was an enigma who left behind enigmatic children. She was an icon who left behind iconic children. Indeed, she was a spectacle who left behind spectacular children. From her eldest child, Dolapo Akintan, to the youngest, pretty Dr. Yejide Dairu, Mama left an enduring legacy. There is no better illustration than her cerebral daughter, Justice Yemi Akintan or Sadibe. A judge of the High Court of the Ondo State Judiciary, Akintan or Sadibe is an Amazon on the bench. Highbrow, urbane and broad-minded, she is an oxymoron who is highly sociable yet self-effacing, highly traditional yet cosmopolitan. She dances heartily to the urban lyrics of Ayo Balogun. As she swayed skillfully to the percussive beats of Ondora cultural troupe. Red Carpet TV spoke with some of Ma's children and other guests.
It's a virtuous woman, a very loving mother, a mother in all ramifications, very elegant, very disciplined, and a lover of people, very generous. We call her Yeye Abiye, Yemogede, Eleka Oko, Ajabo Sanera, Yemileo, Yeye Adajo, Yeyoma.
That was quiet woman. Purposeful. She was full of life. She was full of love. She was full of care and affection for her children.
She was my #1 cheerleader, and she was my best friend. I have lost the prize, my most prized jewel, but I know she's with Christ, and I know that when the trumpet sound, she's going to rise with the righteous one. I believe strongly.
Like, I'll miss everything about grandma. Everything. Her love, her kindness, her physique, her complexion, everything. It's not one thing. She's always ever so caring and nice. And I will always love her.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we felicitate with the children of Mama, especially Justice Oluyemi Akintan or Sadibi, on the occasion of the burial of their dear mother, Chief Mrs. Margaret Durosomo Akintan.